Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Chris Albert, Warrior Soul Fitness. I got a question from a gentleman in Greece who asked me about training volume. And for those of you who don't know what training volume is the amount of sets and repetitions you perform in a particular workout. And he asked me if changing up training volume would have an impact on his physique and whether or not high volume, meaning more sets and reps, or low volume, meaning less sets and reps, would be more beneficial for him in his quest to become stronger and bigger. My answer is that both are of importance. You need to train both high volume and low volume exercises in your routine. And the reason is this. You have to think about this in terms of preparation. And for instance, if you're preparing for a journey or you're preparing for battle, all right, you need to first make sure you have your supplies or foundation, right? You need to make sure that you have everything that you need in order to build muscle. And that means that you need to have a strong foundation of ligaments and tendons and bones in order for that muscle to rest upon. So yes, basic low volume strength training is important for you if you are trying to build something bigger, because otherwise, if you're not strengthening those tendons and ligaments and supporting muscles, then down the line it's going to be a lot easier to get injured. And you're also not going to be able to support the weight that you're going to need or be able to lift the weight that you're going to need in order to build that muscle. As far as high volume training, you have to think about this in a preparatory perspective by thinking about practice. When a soldier goes to battle, before he goes to battle, he has to practice with his rifle repetitively. Back in the old days, soldiers had to practice with their swords repetitively for hours on end until swinging the sword became second nature to them. So in many ways, you also require high volume in order to train your neuromuscular system in order to perform the movements perfectly or to the best of your ability so that you can use those movements to build muscle. You have to become a master of those movements. And I think that this is the step that a lot of people neglect. Not that they're neglecting the volume, but they're neglecting the mastery of the basic movements so that they're getting full benefit from them. And so that's why you should also do high volume sets, to get that repetition in, to get those reps in, so that you're training your body and training your brain to be able to handle that movement pattern. So at the end of the day, yes, you do require both. Now, I will say this. Regardless of the program you're on, regardless of whether you're on high volume, low volume training, the key element is going to be you and your dedication and your consistency with the program. Many people get into programs and they jump from one program 1 month to the next program the next month to the next program the month after that. So you need some time in whatever program you choose in order to get some benefit from it. So many of you are in such a rush to get to the destination, but the real fun here is in the journey, learning everything, learning the movement patterns, becoming stronger, watching yourself become stronger day by day, week by week, not hour by hour, but probably month by month, I guess. So again, at the end of the day, you require both. There is no one single answer to exactly what rep scheme any one person requires. But again, you can achieve that knowledge about yourself through practice, through performing a program, seeing how your results are, recording them, and then having that reference for future programs that you try. This is Chris Albert, Warrior Soul Fitness. If you've got any questions for me, hit me up at gettingshredded@gmail.com. Peace out.